What's going on, guys? Who's Tunde here? Welcome to another episode of Afrobeats Weekly, your podcast about African music on the continent and the diaspora. Another week, another podcast episode. How is everyone doing? Welcome to the best music podcast on the planet. It's the Afrobeats Weekly podcast. Shout out to you wherever you're tuning in from. Spain, France. You know, we always see all the countries, and I'm like, Nigerians actually stay here. that's very good. Under the sea, under the rocks, we see all of you. We appreciate the love, all you Afrobeats fans. This is the podcast on all things Afrobeats, and if this is your first time listening, stick around. You're going to love it here. It's all good vibes here. You know, we recommend good music, good reviews. You know, the song we say we blow. We don't cap. Look up. Anyways, how do we do it? Before we get into this episode, this is how we always do it. I need you guys to please rate and review the podcast, engage with us, you know, helps with all the algo stuff, helps us grow, helps us get noticed. So while you're listening from your favorite app right now, leave that 5-star rating and comments. Just leave it in advance for the fact that you know this show is going to be a stellar show. And if you don't enjoy the show, just go and take your 5-star back. I'm just joking, don't take it back, but anyways, on today's episode of Afrobeats Weekly, CK's sophomore album is here, Emotions. We'll be reviewing that, of course, and as usual, new songs, turntable charts, eliminates, all that other good stuff. It was a stellar packed week with all the, you know, with a lot of A-listers and B-listers dropping. And I made a Instagram story post that was like, if you are an upcoming artist and you dropped this Friday, I'm very, very sorry. Your songs and all the playlist was like number 15. After everybody has listened, I'm tired of it. But if you already have your fan base, it's good. But all the conversation was centered around Wiz. We even tweeted again, and I'm like, another tweet, I'm like, anyways. We moved past that, so let me go to discuss it here. Anything they want to be tweeting, they should be tweeting. We've had our fair share of the beef. Now it's all played out. How was your week anyway?
Yo, man, it was a long week, but it was also a fun week, man.
Ended with the JT concert, I suppose.
Yeah, I ended with the JT concert, which was really good. JT put on a show. It was really dope. But you know, I had my butts, like I did mention. Yeah. It was weird seeing like people not get attached to the new album, which I thought was a really dope album. Like, it was a really dope album. The songs from the album.
Did you perform any Afrobeats, the ones with the Afrobeats guys?
Nah, he didn't do it.
Okay.
The only one that made, like, only the Tobe song made it to the set.
Okay.
So, yeah, made it set. So the Fireboy song didn't get performed, but he did 11 songs off the album, which I think is dope. So, yeah, man. Yeah, besides that, yeah, everything else.
So it was still very, like, healthy, rocking,
bro. Healthy. Vocals were still like flawless. Vocals were flawless. He was moving the whole time, you know. So yeah, man, that was a dope show. Dope show.
Okay, that's nice. Nothing like that here, Sha. You know, we don't go on the show. Power Grid was enough show for us. collapsing again yesterday, and I'm like, God, when are you going to free us from the Power Grid? So, don't lie to the whole of, I guess, Nigeria yesterday, if I'm not wrong. But I don't like to the whole of Lagos yesterday, but where we are, man. Yeah. Bringing Afrobeats Weekly to you in the blazing hot sun.
Hello.
Yeah, that's about it. Let's get into the news. I think there's only one news item I see here, and it's Asake's song makes NBA 2K25 soundtrack album. Asake's collaboration with British rapper Central C Wave, that's that song, has made the NBA 2K25 Season 2 soundtrack album. Asake is the only Afrobeats act on this album, which makes it the consecutive appearance for Afrobeats following Adekunle Gold's Party of the Stop featuring Zinoliski, which was also included in the NBA 2K24 soundtrack album. Asake joins Adekunle Gold and Burna Boy as the only Nigerian pop stars who have been featured on the soundtrack album for the popular game, whose 2024 version has sold over 9 million units. So crazy. And I saw, what's his name? Travis Scott tweeting that Waves. I mean, what's the name of that? Not Wave, Active.
Yeah.
That Active song is ridiculous. And I'm sure that, people that didn't get on it will get on it again. And it's actually mad. It's actually right. The beat of that song is crazy.
Easily. Which now brings me to like a discussion that's I stumbled upon. I feel like yes, there'll always be the big three talk. There'll always be the big three talk. Yeah. But I feel like at this moment in time, especially this year now showed me that look, we do not need the big three to survive. As in, like the transition. The transition, I think this year proved that it can go beyond the big three. Like it can go farther than the big three because there's other acts that are going to take it farther than the big three are taking it. So just putting it out there. And of course, my nominee for that would be Asake and Rema. Hey, everybody else has, whoever they are. But
I think for me, that's Asake, Rema and Thames. If let's say,
if we still consider Thames,
the current big three, like we've already immortalized them. Whatever it is they do from now, even though they don't bring out hits from now till whenever, they are like, to me personally, on my own Mount Rushmore, they're immortalized. Like nobody can touch them again. Like regardless of what they do from here on out. They've retired. We've hung their jersey in the rafters and everything like that. So I think I saw the conversation. And I'm not sure if it was. I think Ima Awoni's this thing, which I actually was in support of what he said. Like those guys have retired. Let's not force it. We should just start looking for our own victory, like you said, which I actually think so too. So for me to be like you said, Rema, Asake, and I think Thames. So if you want to stretch it a bit, maybe Ira, but so it's now left to these guys to now give us their own like 10-year run and all those kind of things. Then we'll now say, okay, new big three don't come or new big four don't come or whatever. So yeah. I like that.
Yeah, no doubt, man. All right, man. So okay. We got a new Mount Rushmore, basically.
Yeah. We do. Because these guys are doing crazy stuff, man. Elevating the game. So it's only right.
Okay.
Only right. All right. Let's kick off with new songs, and of course, we are kicking off with the highly anticipated drop, Piece of My Heart by Wiz and Brent Fiyaz. This one has been, if there was ever definitely of a highly anticipated, because Wiz has teased, and now it finally came. This one produced by D Pat and P2J. It is off his upcoming 6th studio album Mariah, which will be released in November 2020. What was this? November 22nd. How do you say November 22nd? November 22. There's a pre-save link already, so I doubt it's going to be postponing it. So when it says 22 is 22, so because there's already a pre-save link, but I won't be surprised if something happens. I'll be surprised. I'll actually be surprised if something else happens. Anyways, let's get into the song. I like it. You can't really hate on chilled R&B Wiz. It's a formula that is safe and wins most times. The song samples can all be so simple by my beloved Wu-Tang. So I was very, very, when I heard it, I was very, very, I was like, the sample Wu. But I wasn't expecting to see all the songwriters like Onibo. It was a conversation for another day anyways, the camps and everything. Anyway, Brent Fiyaz did his thing. I love the beat switch at the end too. I really can't complain about this one. He has given us something. I guess there'll be variety on the album. This is the R&B side. I can't wait for the album to drop. I like the song. Totally like it. Kept it. What say you?
Yeah. I mean, I don't think this is single material. Like, that's just the only thing. Like, I don't think this is single material. I don't think this is like something that's going to be if the album dropped, this would have been like a sleeper, song that hey, people can play. But I don't think that this was like a hey, this should be my first single. Yeah, exactly, the strong first single. Like, and that's okay. Like I always tell people, it's okay. Like you don't always have to be like out the gates. Song was like do numbers.
For someone that's already established, like him. Yeah,
he's an established star. Like he doesn't need that. Of course. Yeah. That brings up the whole debate. Is this album good to? Hey man, it's just the first song, and I think the collaboration makes sense. And of course, that beat switch in the middle, that elevated the song for me.
Yeah,
I gave it a good amount of spin. So yeah. I think it's cool.
So. I did so. When I was listening, because I was in, like when you're just listening in the gym and everything, and the beat switch just came, I was like, did I miss the next song? Like, what song is this? And I checked out, the same song. Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. Finally, we didn't get a 2-minute track.
Yeah,
we got I think it was like over 4 minutes. So yeah, man. Yeah.
And the video to me kind of elevated this the experience of the song. I liked it, so I watched the video.
Exactly. I thought, that made sense. Like hand in hand.
Yeah, very clean, very regal. Rich, very rich.
Very rich.
Yeah. Anyways, that's it. Piece of my heart. So you guys should listen. And one thing, the conversation around. Anyways, I know it's all this different camps and everything, but I just thought we should just educate people a bit in terms of like when you see songwriting and sampling and all these things. The song has over, I think, 17 writers credits. So obviously all these camp people will be like, Wiz can write his own song, David can write his own song. So they brought in that argument, and a lot of people didn't know that it was this Wu-Tang Clan already has 9 9 members. So 9
no, it's not even that. It's like Wu-Tang have 9 members. On top of that, it's not even that the 9 members are all there. I don't believe all the 9 members there.
That's all their names. Yeah.
That song also sampled another song.
Another song, yeah. So automatically too, the writers of that song, and I think maybe P2J's name or that, maybe the producer. You know how they do all this thing. Sometimes the producer gets credit for writing and everything. So
producer get credit too.
And there's nothing again. Tiwa to go writers credit. So again, there's nothing with having songwriters or sampling. Like sometimes I'm just like I don't believe we have to have this conversation. Nothing wrong with having songwriters. Nothing wrong with sampling. In fact, sampling should be encouraged. That is the only way like songs can live from generation to generation. Like sample songs. But when Burna sampled was the name. Oh, Burna to the sampling master. Why is this? I'm like, God. I can't believe it. So sometimes I don't know if it's maybe the stands was being stands deliberately or they are just ignorant to the fact that this is how songs work. You need songwriters and you need to sample. But
Hey man, hey, don't worry about it. You're gonna lose this back.
Exactly, lose this battle. Anyways, let's move on to the Buju and Rema song. I love this one. Produced by Blaze Beats, so you're getting log drums and violins. You can't miss it. I love it, and like rightfully, everybody says it's a dope Rema verse. I think it's one of the verse of the year contender for me. Definite addition to my playlist this week too, man. What say you?
Yo, man, Rema was in his bag. I'm the start of the year kind of verse. So, I know you and your Buju and, you think his style is, it sounds all the same. But I think on this song, it kind of like just elevates it a bit. So, yes, this was clean and simple. It's literally 2 verses and the hook, just repetition of the hook. I'm gonna wake up. And
the drums, the violins, winning formula for like a very nice put on your playlist hit.
Exactly. Maybe, no man, how Rema comes in,
bro. The lines, everything. I think my verse of the year now is between this and Fireboy's verse on him. I can't remember the name of that song now. One of the songs on is Hell and Back. I think the second verse on Hell and Back was very, very It was
Okay,
wow for
okay.
me. Yeah, so those are like my two contenders for verse of the year so far. Yeah.
All right, that's
So
solid,
yeah,
man. Solid. Yeah.
yeah, if you can wake on Dope Jam, let's move on to Forgiveness by Tiwa Savage. Forgive Tiwa Savage for her craziness. That's what she's singing about. That's what she wants. Yeah, she's in a dancehall bag here. That's all I can say. I added it to my playlist. I like it. Just very nice. Not too crazy jam. I would have wanted something stronger, but I mean, no complaints here. Produced by Super Dupes and the Genius. I like it for what it is. It just got drowned in the whole Wizkid talk, but here we are. Forgiveness by Tiwa Savage. What do you think?
So first of all, shout out to the songwriter, the song. It was written by,
So two guys. I can't remember. Yeah.
No, I mean, unless Apple Music is lying to me.
My title said two people, so I checked them. One was like one writes for like Afrobeat writes for people. Yeah, continue.
So what I see is that it was written by Muni Long.
Oh, for real. Let me check title.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Muni Long's name is right there. So I thought that was dope. So clearly that's R&B, strictly just R&B singing.
Yeah.
So that's how the song feels to me. The actual words, the actual lyrics, the actual meaning to the song, to the lines. But yes, I would have preferred a different beat. That's just my only thing about the song. I would have preferred a different beat. I just felt like let me put like dance hall, but
yeah,
felt like
I think she played it. She has like safe pockets and safe like beats, safe vibes. So this is one of those that are safe. Let me just
exactly safe pocket. I don't know. I thought if they wanted to do it, they should have just gone straight R&B. Like I prefer if they just went straight R&B. Like man, forget the rhythm this thing. Let's go straight R&B, man.
Money Long is one of the songwriters, Tiwa Savage and a guy called Theron Thomas.
Yeah.
So those are the songwriters. I think Tiwa Savage, Money Long, and like you said, it's supposed to be R&B, so they might just anyways. I don't know the direction where they want to carry on, but it's an okay song anyway. It's an okay song. I know it's my playlist. I'll give it more spins during the week. Let's move on to Foolish/Unleash by Lojay. Love both songs. Falling was produced by P Prime. That one is very upbeat. Unleashed was produced by SARS. I think more experimental. He has great chemistry with these guys. And in case you've forgotten, he's just reminding us that he's a very, very amazing songwriter. I was like, at some point I was like, why are you just showing off with all this, your writing and everything? But I think Falling is my fave. I lean slightly towards Falling, but I enjoyed both. How about you? Say you.
Same thing, man. I think Falling hits it out the park straight up. So. And yes, I enjoy Unleash as well. However, it's like I always wonder like what is when they drop these 2 tracks or like 2 track singles, they just waiting to see which one catches fire, then that's the one they'll go with, or
I think so. That maybe like just to tease, and that's the one they'll go with. That's the one they'll just add to the album when it comes out. I think so, or just both. Okay.
All right.
Both great songs, Falling and Unleash. Let's move on to Refund by Reeplay. Refund Part 2 by Reeplay, Odumodu and Ajebo Hustlers. This one is, if you're heavy into Niger drill, you totally love it. I can tell it was inspired by true events. They're rapping about babes, the fake asses, and how these like BBLs look funny nowadays. So it's very, very fun, very... Odumodu and Ajebo Hustlers, very on brand for them to rap about stuff like this in their funny pidgin type of way. I like the song. It's very high tempo too. I was listening to that at the gym. I was just like, very nice. That's it for me.
I think this was the only high tempo. This is a high tempo song that dropped.
Yeah, I think so too.
I almost feel like it's the one with. But maybe I wasn't on the wavelength for the high tempo this week because I was just like, okay. I didn't go back to it actually. I didn't go back to it.
I went back to it. was giving
Give me
me
response,
New
man.
York drill. You know, like how you dance New York drill stuff in your okay, maybe not you dancing in your head, sha, but
In
yeah, I
your
was
head.
dancing in my head because I just I don't be dancing in my head. I just always do that New York drill dance. Like no, now that they used to do their leg like because I dare not do it in real life. Everyone's look at what the fuck is
Yeah.
that
Oh,
looking
your
at?
knees give out. Nah, man. Nah.
I swear. Anyways, this was another high tempo one, but this is the one I know I'm not going back to. Emeka dance by Blaqbonez. Let me just throw you the love, bro. Just go ahead. However I did review it. They should listen
Yo,
to you on this
man.
one and not me.
Why? I actually did like this song a lot. Oh, he did the same thing too, but he dropped 3 songs.
Okay.
So
I
it's
saw
not just
this one.
one. Like, yeah, he dropped 3 songs, like a 3-pack, which is kind of. I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what this thing is called, but his one was like of many colors. They called it a single, so it was like of many colors, orange, the single, and then it has like 3 songs in it. So Emeka Dance was number 1, and you know, I think the song is catchy.
I just saw it because I saw like some viral. Yeah, that's what made me even know that he dropped.
Yeah, like I think it'll be, mass catchy, and of course he does that stuff. Then the next song was like 60-40, just talking about like a guy that wanted to go 60-40 with his girl, and there's a girl in the song. Probably like skip that. And then the last song is Louder, which I thought was, love drums, can't go wrong with that. So yeah, man, it's a good pack, I would say. It's a good pack of songs. Yeah, but Emeka Dance, of course, the standout track.
All right, Emeka Dance standout track by Blaqbonez. Let's move on to Orobo by Khaid. Me and my own ideas, I was just like, this is like a TikTok version of Ozeba. That's all I could just drink out for me.
Like the fact that you mentioned as a man on the song, I was just like,
yeah, see, exactly my thoughts. I'm just like, this is an ode to Ozeba, but in a TikTok type of way that only Khaid knows how to do it. Yeah, another not for me track, but
yeah, lift my hands up and just like, you know what? The worst part about it is like they're parts of the songs that make sense. Like I was like, man, if it was just this part, like, it'll go. And just before, I think I would put it like the pre-hook. Like I thought that part always made sense. Like, but yeah, the verse is so many words. Like I was just like, yo, who's gonna be singing along with this thing? But hey,
I guess it'd be
I don't know who, but yeah, man. So, anyways, yeah, skip for me.
All right, skip for me too. Let's move on to Ola by Yimeeka and Black Culture. This was my favorite drop of the week. Beautiful song. They're calling it Afro EDM, and to be honest, it does sound like EDM. It's Afro beats. Love Yimeeka and her sound. Anytime she drops something, we always have high praises for her here. So this one is no different. You guys should totally check this one out. Ola by Yimeeka and Black Culture. I know you guys obviously maybe missed it from the Wiz debate and all the other songs. So check this one out. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, smooth song, easy. Singing on point, the beats. You can't get wrong with this beat. Well, sometimes you can go wrong with this beat, so let me not be like.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can go wrong with the beat.
But if you're savvy.
Exactly. You can do it well if you can do it well, and she does it very well. And so yeah, man, the song easily highest song on my playlist from this week. So
yeah. All right, let's move on to a very interesting song. It's called "Won't Turn Back" by Tesswess. I hope I'm getting the pronunciation right. And it's also in the spirit of crossing genres. This one, I never thought I was going to see. It's an Afro country song. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
I don't think it's an Afro country. I don't think it's an Afro country song. I think it's a country song.
That's
I think it's a country song. Man,
it's a country song, but like when Nigerian put their intonation in it, they'll call it Afro. So it's a country song by a Nigerian artist, if I'm not mistaken, too. The guy is abroad, so it's called Afro country. But it's not so bad. I went through his discography and I like the fact that he's done different things, like he's rapped, he's So he has, you can tell that this is just someone that just experimenting, and this one, because of being country and the guy being African, it is catching fire, and it's actually decent. I like it. Won't Turn Back by Tesswess. I like it.
Yeah, man, it's a decent song, man. It's a really decent song. Until the country folks see who you are. Like, what is this? I'm like, yeah, I'm man.
You think it's Beyonce that discriminated against? We want to look at African.
Now stepping on Beyonce's neck, you know what's going. Get on your back, man.
They discriminated against Beyonce. They gave what's his name? This guy that sang Tipsy, Shabu. They gave Shabu small acceptance. They gave Lil Nas X small acceptance. But you, my African brother, like don't know yet.
Now Nashville be like, nah.
Yeah,
man, really good song. I think. I really think it's a really good song, and it's so funny because the guy was like, his like who he listened to the most when growing up was like Olamide, and I was just like, So
it's discography actually like shows different styles, which I'm like, that's nice. Like I like when artists just like, you've tried this style, you work the beats, you are just experiment if you can. Don't put yourself in a box.
Exactly, if you can. And
if you can.
This is one that can. This is one that can.
Because if he didn't, he didn't. Those are the songs we listened to this week. Was very.
I don't know if we missed it, but I mean, it's not that we missed it. But like, when Nicole like released like the alternative version of it again.
Yeah, but funny enough, I didn't listen to it. I just saw it, and I just for some reason I heard the whole thing, like,
because like literally,
how was it?
Bro, man, it just made me shake my head. That's just the only thing, man. It just made me shake my head, and like, it's such a good song that just made me shake my head. Like, that's all. Like, I was even more sad after listening to the song, a song that I like. I was just sad. So yes, you understand why I'm sad.
Yeah, so, I don't know where to place One Day and his legacy. I know his legacy is solidified in some way, but it's just one of those artists you wish they did more in terms of like maybe album wise, or like just being like, I don't know, maybe just being in the conversation, or I don't know.
It's like Derrick Rose, man. It's like Derrick Rose.
Yeah, kind of
MVP. Youngest MVP, they all started courageous, blah 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 blah.
But you know that are very good. Like they can turn up like anytime and just
at any time, hit
that switch and give you 50, that kind of thing. That's crazy. Anyways, let's move on to the major album that dropped this week, and it's Emotions by Ckay. It's a 12-song, 35 minutes playing time, so nothing too crazy. Production from Rewards, Jason, Tunde Monroe, Zedikos, and Ckay handled most of the production too here. Features Ty Dolla $ign, Olamide on 2 songs, Nora Fathehi, and The Cavemen. For this one, I guess if you like Ckay and his emo Afrobeat genre, you like the album. It's that sound sprinkled with amapiano here and there. I wanted more variety. I didn't get that. Ckay falls under that Buju category for maybe like one vocal range and style. His sound hasn't really evolved much, so he made the album, I don't know, tiring most times. There were a few highlights for me though. I think I could pick out some highlights, and the highlights, it was when he sprinkled some flutes or high life melodies, when he did something different from his normal stuff. That was when I enjoyed the songs. When he did something a little bit different from his familiar style and production. In My Bed, Fall in Love, Addicted with the Cavemen, and Mysterious Love. Those are the songs I kept. The album, to me, doesn't pack any punch. And I mean, other than the songs I've just picked out, I'll just go back to. I don't think I'll go back to it. I'm sorry, Ckay. Sorry, Ckay fans. that's how I feel. I don't know how you feel.
Hey, I mean, emo Afrobeats. So my thing about it is that I wouldn't really minded the album, but it was just like there was some songs that just felt like he used the exact same. So Mysterious Love is like a high point on the album. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. And the way he sang the verses,
Bro,
it's like
how
he
do you know
just
what
took
in my
that part.
head? Like, and just continued for like 10 songs.
Yeah, literally, he just did that, and I was just like, "It's not the same. This is the same thing. Like, he's literally using the same thing on like a couple songs." I was just like, "What's going on here?" So I just felt like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, maybe it was just like there was one time in the studio they did that, and they just did it like, he did like 4 other songs after that, and like, maybe he was just like, you know what, we'll keep all these songs. I'm just like, that's just my only thing about it. It was like the other songs were cool, but it's just I just felt like because I've heard Mysterious Love a lot before the album drops, I just heard like 4 other songs of that, and I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, that's
like just that same pocket of flow. I swear you hear that on like 70% of the songs.
Man, I was weak. Yeah, man. But yeah, Tiwa also had like a great great verse on Dorime. I thought that was cool. Olamide, of course.
The features
I love I love Nora's verse on it's true as well. So I mean, as CK fans, like if you're a CK fan, like I think you would enjoy it. I guess that's it for me, man.
That's it for me too. You guys should check it out. Let's know what you think. CK's Emotions. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Let's know what you think about the album. Let's move on to the charts this week. Nothing much changes, but let's run through it. Number 10, we have Active, Asake and Travis Scott. 9 higher, Burna Boy. Time of My Life, Fino and RD, that's climbing up. That's number 7. Alone, Fola and Bad Boy OML, that's also making its, okay, not making its debut, just climbing up to number 7. Moving by Omale, number 6. Favorite Girl, Buju and Rema, number 5. Awolowo is climbing, Awolowo by Fido to number 4. 3, 2, 1 stays the same, so it's MMS by Asake and Wiz at number 3. Juju, Smalley, Odumodu, Black and Charlie Poppy at number 2. And Maraba by Kiss Daniel is last week's number 1 and this week's number 1 on the turntable charts. Everywhere you go, that's what you're hearing on the whole internet. That's it for this week's Afrobeats chart. Let's head over to Eliminate. So take it away.
Yo, so I don't know, like I think it was during the week actually. I believe it was on Monday was 10th year anniversary of Yemi Alade's King of Queens album. That was the first album. That was like basically the album that stretched Yemi Alade's career for 10.
Yeah.
We want to put it for the 10 years that you want to talk about. Like, so just one album stretched career. I believe it's stretched her for 10 years because, you know, she still has her pocket of fans in the Francophone, you know, nation, and she's still doing tours and she's still sending out shows. So I think it's still a 10-year career. What say you? Do you agree?
Yeah. I agree.
Okay. It's not your pocket. You're not in that fan pocket anymore.
But I say for, you know, like, for whatever it is, like, I typically don't enjoy her songs, but she has built an audience that go everywhere. She sells out. So yeah, I agree totally.
Exactly, because all the way down to I think she had an album this year. It was Rebel Queen. So yeah, man. Anyways, cool things. I was like, 10 years, that's mad. And so I was like, but I remember us reviewing like a couple albums that year as well. So took a look at some of the albums that came out that year and started doing an eliminate list. So it's 10-year anniversary of albums. You know, came out in 2014. I think, there were a bunch of albums that didn't make the list. So Double Trouble is not on the list. Peace by Double Trouble. Two Baba's Ascension album as well. We reviewed those albums. Also didn't make the list. Can't remember what else didn't make the list. But anyways, we'll just go with what was on the list right now. All right, so round 1. We have the album we raved about last week. I believe we raved about it last week. So M.I. the Chairman album versus, and also another album that stretched an artist's career for 10 years, Fowls What's Up Guy album.
What's up, guy? I
So What's Up
think
Guy had the first of all, like What's Up Guy had it was like he had the pocket with Studio Magic.
bro, that's what I want to say. Yeah.
Little Studio Magic, Your Currency, and what was the other? High Class.
I think was it the first song? I think there was a song called "Was Up Guy" on that album. Maybe the first song was something that was very.
No, it was like I think it was track 5-4, track 5-4. Yeah. So Currency, there was Toy Tomato, there was How Far, there was The Senator, there was Right Now with Dikbo. I thought that was like a mad song. There was Marry Me, which was a single with Poe and with Yemi Alade. You know.
Bro,
he had 10 songs. We had Cool Party.
Crazy. It's 10 years ago. Yeah, I can remember we were heavy on CDs. Because all these songs, the memory that is bringing in my head is the CDs. Because I can remember I always buy the CDs in like when I'm coming back to Ajah driving. That Ajah didn't have this, so they will carry like if it was MI's chairman, they would be like, you get out how MI's chairman like 20 just on the road, so you could just buy it. Crazy,
What's Up Guy versus Chairman. Chairman had, of course, Monkey had mine, Wizkid, Shekpero Reminisce, Bad Belle, It's Allowed, had Wheelbarrow, The Middle, Olamide, right in the middle, Bullion Van that we talked about.
Let me just go with Chairman. And I think this album was harshly judged when it dropped because it was heavy on like the commercial, like everybody thought it was going to come out with bars and everything. But if you go back and listen to this album, the songs are very great. So yeah, I'll go with Chairman.
All right. Okay. Round 2. Second bracket. We have Fino, No Gods, No Glory. Again, another person that stretched that.
Who did you pay No God NGNG with? It's going to be hard.
So I paired it up with Yemi Alade, King of Queens. I just put it like the first, both of them had those were the first albums that year. So and they both dropped albums this year. So hey man, I had to pay them to each other. So
I love you. Je ne crois pas, but NGNG it is, man. That one was just too hard, man. NGNG.
All right, so another what if career from a big album that dropped 2014. Kind of what reminds me of Min's now. Like hopefully, Min's has a long career, but when Showontstop came out with The Journey, that was a dope album. That was a dope debut album, and so I placed him and put him up against Olamide's Street OT. That's where Olamide was in his bag of dropping albums every single And Street OT, of course, had like Goons Me. I think that was the standout track on that. Story for the Gods, bro.
I remember Goons Me, Story for the Gods, Zero Joy, Blood Money,
Code Rap.
He had some of my favorite. There's a song called 100 to Million or something like that.
100 to Million with Victor and
and a 10 from 100 to Million. I love that song. I don't know. I feel like let me just lean towards Showontstop a bit. I know it's just to just so we don't have plenty big names. I go with Showontstop, especially because it was a good debut album. Olamide has plenty classics, so let me just give it to Showontstop.
Okay, I think that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Person I at one point in time I could fight for and say this is the best male artist in Nigeria. So this was his third album, I believe. I want to believe this was his third album. I think it is. Tabula Rasa by Brymo. Flawless album. I think this was. I think Brymo had like 3 classics in his bag, but that's another thing. That's another bag of whatever. So it was Prick No Get Show that was on that album. Was on this album. Back to Love was the intro. I think there was £1 on the album. Again was the last track. I paired it up against Mr. Twitter, tweeting all the time right now. No, not stopping us from, but hey, pairing up against Wizkid. I think Wizkid was 2014. I want to believe it was 2014.
This is difficult.
I want to believe Wizkid was 2014.
Which one? Ayo album?
Yeah, I believe it was 2014.
Ayo
That's what I feel
album.
like. I think it was 2014. Yes, it was. It was 2014. I wasn't.
You're right. You're right. It was released 17th September 2014 by Starboy Entertainment and Empire.
Yeah, man. You know that album had the basically the song that's, well, I'll go say basically the song, but it had like the second song of like, okay, let's Afrobeat go to the world. Let's take it to the world again. After, you know, the bunch and Jazzy tried it.
Oliver Tweets.
Exactly. Yeah. So Ojo Elegba, of course, you already know.
Springboard, yeah.
Stupid classic. Yeah, man.
Okay,
you know?
then I've thought about it.
Also, had Caro.
You don't need to convince me much, but one is a very annoying guy right now. Of his annoying internet personality and the balls he has. Yeah, just right now. I'm just thinking about the things he tweets about, and I'm just like, you know what? This is never difficult again. If we are saying, if we're just saying, okay, art for arts, we can say, okay, it's difficult, but just based off, yeah, just annoying me, it makes me.
I'm saying, listen to the album, just the album off itself, man.
Dude, that's my judging criteria. The guy that makes me, so I'll go with Wiz.
Yo, Brimo, what's going on, my brother? Yo, that's a fair bet. But hey,
I'll go Wiz.
Go Wiz. Okay, that's a good pick, man. That's a good pick. Can't front that. All right, so we're gonna go, since you picked Wiz Ayo versus Shantizel The Journey. Let's see what's going.
I'll go Wiz.
Go Wiz again.
Reserve.
All right. Am I the Chairman album versus Fino NGNG? No guts, no glory.
I'll go with NGNG as a yes. I'll go with NG as a better body of work, and I think more, because of my bias to hip hop, has more. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, NGNG. My bias to hip hop. Yeah. Has more hip hop songs than Chairman.
Okay. Alobam. All right, so to the final, no guts, no glory, Wizkid, Ayo.
I'll go with Ayo because, like you said, Ayo has that one song that just, came, took Afrobeats to almost where it is today, and it has like a lot of bangers on that distance. Show Me the Money in My Bed, On Top Your Matter, what else? Bigger Than Bombay. Ayo, man.
Funny enough, man, because I don't know, like, great pick, shout out to Ayo for making it to that. But I don't know, like, maybe it's just me, and I'm a big Wiz fan, but like I didn't, like, this is one of his albums that I didn't really enjoy because there's so many skips for me. Like, there's so many skips.
It was one of those albums. Tracks. Yes, I think it was one of those albums that, then how they used to make albums, just drop everything bangers. Like, go to this producer, get a banger, go to this producer, get a banger, anyone that falls in the. But I think he had enough bangers to make it a good album.
Bro, too many songs could have just cut out, and this song would have lived forever.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, at that time, it was what everybody was doing. 20 songs, 19 songs. See all the producers now. Sars, Shizzy, Uru, There'll Be, Spells, Dr. Frab, Malik Berry, Legendary Beats. But now you just have maybe P2J. Now you just have like 3 producers. You just have maybe P2J, what's his name, Magic Sticks, and another person. But then just go here, collect banger here. But yeah, I'll go with it.
All right, man. All right, that's it, man. That's it.
All right. With that, we've come to the end of this week's episode. Thank you guys for listening. First timers, I told you it was a nice podcast. But yeah, so now as the first time I listened, I'm like, oh, this podcast I enjoyed it. Just drop that 5-star rating and comment and tell your friend that Afrobeats Weekly is the best music podcast. We've come to the end of the show. Maybe you enjoyed it. The episode of the podcast drops every Monday. Make sure you listen to the podcast on Apple, Google, Spotify, wherever you get your podding from. We would love to hear from you. Use the hashtag Afrobeats Weekly. Leave us comments, suggestions, and send new music to fan mail at AfrobeatsPod. Also, don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram on at AfrobeatsPod. And we will catch you in the next episode. Peace out, people. Peace out.
Peace.